a software engineer, right? So there are things that are actually needed in, there are some skills that are needed in the 21st century, and that's actually what I'm here to enlighten you about. So, firstly, we have the aspect of generalized learning. But for a robot to actually start thinking as a human, there has to be some behavioral inputs by the programmer or by the developer. Now, anybody can be a robot, an AI developer, or you can actually develop a robot. You don't actually need to be a genius. It's just simple things and everything you actually do in your daily life. I'm actually telling you from experience. So you don't need a special team. So if you actually want to move into robotics, can I see your hands? Okay, I know I'm seeing few hands now. Why? Because of you are yet to understand what it is. Okay, bring down your hands. Now, okay, you have question. Okay, can you jot it down so you won't forget? Okay, so thank you. Jot. Okay, do you have any book? Can anyone help? Is anyone with paper here? Okay, before you forget, okay, can you give me the second mic? Is it working? Okay, so jot it down, then I will attend to it. Then lastly, the problem solving. So as this video said, they are trying to train the robot on how to cross a river. Firstly, you have to tell the robot that whenever it sees an obstacle, that firstly it has to stop and think about what it's going to do the next stage. Now look at how this thing works. Now, for this robot here, there are some set of instructions that is actually running, and those set of instructions is called what? Codes. Can we say codes? Codes. C-O-D-E-S. Yes. So now those codes are actually set of instructions that a computer understands. Right? Computer does not understand this normal English like come. Although you can actually see them speaking those English, but in the actual sense, they don't mean what those English. Now the actual instruction that they do understand is actually a computer set of instruction being passed to the program, right? So firstly, now for this robot now, there has to be a set of instruction that is passed to this robot to tell the robot that when it gets to a river that is meant to stop and think about the possible way to cross, right? So that's what this video is, a typical example that illustrates what or how AI functions. Do you understand? Okay, so I know this may look quite ambiguous, but I just want you to come along with me, and it's going to be simplified before the end of this lesson. Is this interesting?
Yes.
Okay, is it something? Okay, have you ever been in such, okay, you have been taught and your computer teacher is doing well, but have you ever come across maybe how an AI works? Okay, so before the end of the class, we should be able to understand more. So now this is how it works. Okay, for an AI, I will have to explain it on the board. So sorry, I'll be using the board for a very short period of time as it gets marked from me. So it's very, very simple. It gets a set of instructions that is meant to execute. Then after getting those set of instructions, now the next thing it does is it does some arithmetic calculations for it to actually know the number of steps, how long the river is, and things like that before taking the next action. So as I said earlier, all these things are actually done with just what? Codes. Now, and codes are actually set of instructions being passed to the what? Computer. Now, someone is going to ask me, how do we pass these instructions to the computer, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, there is something called programming. Have you heard of it before?
Yes.
Okay, so programming is actually the act of setting a set of constructive instructions to the word computer. So why I'm using the word constructive is you have to ensure that those instructions are well arranged. Is anyone following me here? Please, if you are following me, can I hear?